What's up, guys? Back with another video. Probably just gonna make this one short, honestly. I don't know how long, but not really long like my other ones, because it's gonna take a while to upload, and I don't really have good internet. I'm just keep it short and sweet. So, yeah. We're- So today we're gonna be talking about this one story I had. Alright, takes place like 2 years ago, I think, 2, 3. What year is it? 2025. I think it was 2 years ago, maybe one. I'm not too sure. So there was this one girl. She was so fine, bro. Like, oh my gosh, bro. Like, I just wish, I wish I said something earlier, honestly. I wish I just went up to her and not just be a girl and sit from the sidelines. I did. I was over here in the warm bench, warming up the bench for her, I guess. And then it's all about her, right? Her name was Chantel Gonzalez. Um, I'm just gonna go a little bit back of how I found her. So it all started when in science class, alright? We're in science class. You know me, I was a damn loner, bro. I did not talk to anyone at all. So one day at school, our science teacher was like, "Oh, okay, we have to pair up, guys, and a partner and stuff." And then I was like, "Man, hell no, bro. I'm not doing that, bro. Go find someone else." And then it's like she came up to me. No, no, no. Okay, no. I was sitting there, right? And then no one partnered up with me. But I think it was like a few weeks, like the next 2 weeks, right? It was one of those days where she came up to me. Because, the teacher said we had to group up again and stuff. And then she was like, um, do you want to work together? And I said, sure. I was like, okay, okay. Like, she was like, oh my gosh, bro. She was so sweet, bro. I just wish, bro, I wish I'd said something, bro. It's like I'm pissed off. Okay, we're gonna go a little bit more back. Okay, so those past other weeks, the first time we had to group up. Alright, so the week before, okay, so the next week after that, she actually grouped up with someone else, with another boy. But here's the thing, though. That boy did not care about her at all. She was ignoring him. He was ignoring her. I was like, man, bro, it's not really cool, honestly. Like, every time she was talking, bro, like, he was not paying attention at all. I was just like, damn, bro, like, you're gonna do her like that? Come on. Least you could say is, say no or something. Okay, so now we're done with that. So now we're gonna go back to the topic where me and her had to partner up. So me and her partnered up, right? It was on, I think Thursday. I think. Yeah, I think had his classes Thursday. Partnered up. We were doing this paper sheet. We had to work together, and she was like, "Do you want to go work in the hall?" I'm like, "I am bet, yeah, obviously. Come on, we don't want to be around these other people." Not like in a weird way, Like, don't make fun of me, alright? So, I went to the hall, and then I don't know, man. It's like her damn body language, like, was kind of off. Like, she was like comfortable with me. Okay, so oh man, I'm stuttering so much. Alright, so brother just came in. Okay, no, 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 not like that. My brother just barged in. So I'm gonna trim the clip for y'all, so you don't have to hear that. All right. Where was I? So we were at school. We hung out. We went. Okay, no, no, no. We were together, and then it was just her body language, right? Like I was looking at her legs, bro. Like not like in a weird way, you know. Like I was just looking at her legs. I was like, she was like looking at me, like her legs were pointing at me. I was like, whoa, 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 what you trying to do? But she never said anything, right? But here's the thing I'm pissed at the most. There was this one day me and her partnered up, and guess what? I was so sick, bro. Like my nose, I saw my nose like every single time, bro. Like I don't know if she was annoyed, bro. I don't know if she cared at all, bro. But I was like so pissed off, bro, because I liked her so much for real. And then there was this another time we partnered up together, and then I remember my my hand, because I know my handwriting sucks, bro. Like it sucks, like really bad. It's so horrible, bro. And damn, and my words are horrible too, bro. It's so bad, bro. So you know what she did? She erased it because I wrote the answer on the paper, and she looked at it. I was like, something wrong with it? I didn't say that. I said it in my head. I was like, and then she erased it, and then wrote it cleaner. And I was like, is that a hint? I'm like, is that her giving me a sign, or is that her just being nice? I didn't even know, honestly, bro. I was just, I was clueless. I was just observing the world, But what else? What else happened? Let's see. Let me think for a second. Um, maybe okay. Okay, there was this other time. Okay, she didn't come to school today, but you know what we had to do at school? We had to carry a 40-pound, 45-pound weight. And here's a catch. We had to pair up with someone. I was like, oh, Chantel better come today. I'm like, oof, yeah, I'm about to show off for real. I'm about to, make her fall for me and stuff. But guess what? She never showed up. I was like, damn, bro, come on. That was about to be my partner right there for real. So, you know, like what I always do, I went solo. And then the teacher was like, you sure? Because, I didn't really know anyone, bro, and I didn't really care, honestly, bro. So I grabbed a 45 plate. It was a 45 plate. And we had to walk across the track for 1 mile. Yeah, 1 mile. The track was really big, too. And I remember there was these boys. Group of boys, like, they always hang out with each other. They look buff, too. Like, they're all buff and stuff. But, it's like not me trying to, okay, this is me trying to brag, alright? So, those fit boys I was talking about, you know, they had to keep switching because, they got all tired and stuff. But me, okay, I'm gonna say this for another story, this can't spoil y'all, bro. I can't. Alright, so, me, I just did it alone. I was a lone wolf. I was just a Giga Chad back in my days, you know? Like that was a flex right there, bro. That was something to keep as a memory. And then guess what? Okay, I was walking, and I remember lapping someone, bro. I lapped someone. Okay, it was okay. I don't want to be mean or anything, but he was to me, he looked like a weird kid. All right. Alright, I'm not trying to be mean or anything, but I'm just saying. And he also smelled, bro. Like, no cap, bro. Like, he actually looked like a discard man, bro. Like, I don't think he even showered at all, bro. Like, it was just so nasty. But, I think the teachers, um, what was it? The teacher was like, oh, you're kind of crazy, bro. What the hell? And stuff, you know? Because, like, how the hell did you do that yourself? I'm like, it's not really that hard. I think that's what yeah, I think that's what I said. It's not really that hard, honestly. You just practice, I guess. And then we went back to, we're going back inside, right? And then, um, no, hold on. Let me go back a bit. So I saw these other girls that were kind of fine too, you know? I was like, maybe this will get their attention, you know? Okay. My bad. I'm gonna go back a little bit more, okay? I was like, because if, okay, when the teacher first said that, right? That we're gonna be going outside and doing that stuff, right? I was like, you know what? What if I impressed everyone, you know? What if I showed off to everyone that I'm just too strong? You know, I'm just too fit for y'all. And then, um, they would recognize me, you know? They would hang out with me and stuff. All that cool stuff, you know? All the cool boys do that, right? You know? But, yeah, that actually never happened. I was just a damn loser. I was just a fool of myself, you know? But I guess they did talk to me after. Because they were asking me, yo, how did you hold the thing? Like, because apparently their weights kept slipping off. I was like, oh, I used false grip because if you use your thumb, because the weights were like they weren't like the ones, they were rubber ones like for the deadlifts. They were those ones. So I used false grip. I didn't use my thumb at all, or I guess you can call it the suicide grip. Yeah, you can call it one of those. It doesn't matter. But I used that because if you use your thumb, it uses more of your grip, you know. But when you use false grip, it uses forms more because I don't know what the word is called, but it just activates those muscles in there. So I was like, I guess I was kind of smart. I guess with muscles, I know some stuff. I pretty much know how the body works. I guess you can say that. That's the only thing I knew in science. I guess, huh? I guess. So back what I was saying. We went back to class. We're going back inside, right? And then I remember this one classmate telling me, bro, it was kind of crazy to me because he's actually really good at football. I'm not gonna say his name because actually, to be honest, I don't really care, bro. I'll just say his name. I don't think he even watched his video. I don't think anyone even cares, bro. So his name was Luke. I'm gonna say his first name. That's all, alright? His name was Luke. He was like, man, I don't know how you do it, man. He's like, man, I don't know how you do it. And he said my name. And I was like, I didn't say anything because I was like, I didn't really care. I was just, I didn't say anything. I just smiled, I guess. Like, I don't know. And then I was just in my thoughts, I guess. I was like, wait, well, why is he saying that, bro? Like, because Luke is strong too. Like, he's like actually strong. I saw him, what thing was Luke? He benched 225. And me, bro, I couldn't bench. Right? The max bench I got was 165 or 170. That was my max bench. Because I do calisthenics, you know? Because, okay, let me tell you something. Hold on. Okay, 14 minutes, the video. Damn, it's so long. It's a lot. I think that's a good amount, but I'll still keep talking a little bit more. So I'm gonna tell y'all something. I feel like calisthenics is more functional to me. Because, I haven't been to the gym in a while, but I still have my muscle. you know? Because like in calisthenics, you walk every single day. That's pretty much calisthenics. But with weight training, like squats and stuff, like be honest with yourselves, bro. Like how many times are you gonna squat down to get something? Like probably get your phone, I don't know, cabinets on the floor. You drop something, I don't know. But like think of it like this. Think of it like imagine you're hanging off a cliff. What's a 400-pound bench gonna get you? Or like 225 bench. Is that gonna save you from the cliff? No, obviously not. Maybe if you're that strong, maybe you could, but most likely no. So with calisthenics, there's a thing called a muscle up. The muscle up, just push yourself, like pushing yourself, like you're like pushing the floor. It's like I don't know, you're just like going over stuff. It's pretty cool, very useful for climbing over things like fences and stuff. Like you're trying to get away from the cops. Ooh, it's muscle up, easy. So the muscle up is just the best thing you can learn. Will save you from any situation, honestly. Same thing with what is it? Uh, what is it? What's that one word? It's like I guess grip also. Grip was tongue twisted again. Oh my gosh. Grip grip will also save your life as well. Alright. So you want those two combinations, and you want to train your body, like actually train your body, not like with weights, like with actual like train your body, like push-ups and stuff. But the fastest way to get strong as hell, bro, just do weighted calisthenics, bro. Easy. That's free muscle right there. That's free gains, bro. Like I don't know why y'all not doing, bro. It's like the cheat code right there. But okay, enough talk about that. Let's go back to when we went back inside. We went back inside, right? And then the teacher was like, "Hey, I see you walk to school every day. Is that you?" And I said, "Oh yeah." And then he's like, "Oh, how far is it?" And I said, "Oh, it's 6 miles." He's like, "Oh wow, it's a long walk. I'm like, no, it's not really that long. But yeah, I guess those pretty cool. I guess. I get to show off. I guess that one time. But yeah, I guess that was a juicy story. Hopefully y'all liked it. I guess maybe you did, maybe you didn't. But yeah, that'll be it for today's video, guys. So yeah, take a picture right there.